Ladies and gentlemen, for your information, today is one of the darkest days in Malaysian history. In case you are not aware, there's a young man, the political secretary to a Selangor Exco, YB Aoyang. His name is Teo Beng Hock, 30-year-old young man. He was being brought to the MACC, Malaysia Anti-Corruption Commission. He was brought to the Selangor headquarters yesterday at 5:30 p.m. and today he was found dead at 1:30 afternoon. So I'd like to, I hope we can pay him a last respect and we give him a 1-minute silence.
Good evening to everyone. In fact, on my way here to Ipoh, I received a call from my personal assistant, and she asked me whether I heard any rumors. And at that time, it was about 4 o'clock. I said, no, I haven't heard anything. And I was hoping that I could take some rest in the car while we was whizzing down this so-called discounted highway. Now I'm told that we can have 20% discount if we keep going up and down 80 times a month. Using smart tag and touch and go, by the way, not just print out. And then I started to get calls from members of the media, and then more of my assistants started to panic. They went to the MACC office in Shah Alam. They were not allowed in. In fact, the speaker of the Selangor state government was kept waiting outside the MACC office while the chief of police of Selangor and the MACC officials were locked inside for more than an hour discussing. We don't know what they were discussing, but they kept everyone waiting outside. All the aduns, even MPs were outside, Tony Pua, including the speaker. So, as of 6 p.m., to our shock and horror, YB Ting, the speaker of Selangor State Assembly, confirmed with all of us what we feared the most. I feel a bit broken. In fact, I'm supposed to talk about Najib and CKFZ and all those things. But I want to instead take this opportunity to tell everyone the kind of pressures that we have been facing in Selangor. I also sound a bit teary. Actually, I was quite sad. That's why I was a bit late. I had to go and cry near the staircase. Then I looked down, I got very scared because according to the news, Mr. Teo fell. We don't know how he fell. Then I looked at the window and I told William, I said, I hope I don't fall down from this hotel as well. So I kept very far away from it. But as I speak now, the Menteri Besar of Selangor, with all the EXCO members, with the exception of me, all the aduns, friends, family, they're having a press conference. And the very clear message that we want to send, not just only to Malaysia, to MACC, but also to the Malaysian government, the Prime Minister today, Datuk Najib, Datuk Sri Najib, is that we will not cooperate with MACC. We will not send our personal assistants. My staff will not walk in that MACC building unless there's a guarantee that they'll be safe, unless we find out what had happened between 5:30 p.m. and 5:30 p.m., 24 hours. What happened to Teo? Let me tell you who is Teo. Teo is a Sing Chiu Jitpo, Sing Chiu Daily journalist. He quit his job. He's very well known in the journalist circles. He quit his job to join YB Yen Yong, who is one of our EXCO members from Sri Kembangan. He was there to help him with his service center work, his media work, and so on and so forth. The last time I saw Teo was on Tuesday. In fact, we were just we had a press conference on Tuesday to bring all these issues up. And then and Teo always comes to my office because he likes to have lunch with my personal assistants, and he'll just go off and chit chat and and hang out during lunchtime. So it's extremely shocking. I cannot believe it. I just saw him just a couple of days ago, and now he's gone. But this is what we are facing. We have people walking into government offices. We don't know whether they will come out alive. In my constituency, we had a man who was arrested near his house. He went to a police station. After 3 days, the police told us he fell down, hit his head on the toilet and died. But when we saw him, he had bruises all over his body. There was a bruise on his right eye. Definitely the death was suspicious. So right now, as we are all sitting here, I'm standing, you all are sitting, the MB is making a statement that we will not cooperate with MACC. We will call for an immediate inquiry, and we want the MACC chief to step down because these people are responsible for the death of this young man who is supposed to get married this week. He's due to register. This is why we have been, I think there's a vigil going on right now in Shah Alam. There are people gathering from all parties. And this is what we are fighting. This is what we've been fighting in Perak, and now we're fighting in Selangor. How did this so-called corruption inquiry come about? No one knows. And definitely, all our records are very clean. We make sure that every cent is accounted for. We have photographs, we have reports, we have our own audit system to ensure that the funds have been spent wisely for the rakyat. But if you look at how BN had spent their money last year, between the months of January and February in Selangor, each and every Barisan Nasional Adun spent $500,000 each. We filed a police report. We filed an anti-corruption report. Till today, no one has gone into the district office to take their files. What does this mean? Is this fair? We have filed reports on what we call Istana Zakaria. Zakaria was only a local councillor. He's not even an Adun or Exco. He was a local councillor. He took over state land. He built a palace. And he was not even ashamed. He even invited the media to go in and take photographs and look at his jacuzzi and his pool and everything. Was there any investigation? None at all. Recently, we exposed Istana Kir, but I like to call it Kraton Kir because he's Javanese. So it's Kraton in Indonesia is in Javanese is called Istana. So Kraton Kir. 24 million. 24 million. And he says, it only costs 3.5. If you're Menteri Besar for 2 terms, not even 8 years, 2 terms only, there is no way you can amass 3.5 million ringgit. Not with that kind of salary. Our MB gets about 35,000 a month. That's it. How can you get this much money? Then he says, his dentistry practice has done very well. If you talk to anyone in Kajang, they say his dentistry is lousy. Yeah, serious. You just go to Kajang, people know. People know him, but they wouldn't, pay big bucks to have their teeth fixed by him. And not only that, we were thinking, wow, this guy, his dentistry must be really good. So we have an exco member, Dr. Xavier, who also happens to be a dentist. So we asked him, hey, do you get 50,000 a month? He said, dream lah. Otherwise he won't be in politics. And not only that, he called up the Dentistry Association and said, is this guy registered dentist or not? They said, oh, only this year he registered himself. He hadn't been a dentist for a long time. So these are the nonsense that we have to put up.